All right, so it worked out beautifully. Absolutely beautiful. We had the Vraska down, we have the Night Veil Predator down, we got the God Eternal for the jacked up, and we're gonna swing in, we're gonna swing to home. You can remove it, I don't care. And that's game, boys. How's it going, my fellow Planeswalkers? Welcome back to my channel. On today's episode of MTG Arena with champmoish, we are giving some love once again to a Planeswalker that I haven't been seeing get much love. And today's Planeswalker is going to be Vraska, the Swarm's Eminence. So basically, this Vraska is a really cool card. I haven't seen her get too much play. I mean, I've seen her in a match or two. I think she's actually really cool. I happen to be a big fan of Vraska. Up to now, before Liliana Dreadhorde General dropped with the new War of the Spark expansion, I happen to have thought Vraska the Relic Seeker was the best Planeswalker out there. Just my personal opinion. Maybe not the best, but I definitely liked her the best, at least. Okay, so anyway, today I put together a Deathtouch deck. It's really cool. At first, it started off, I was just going to remain in the Golgari colors, and it sort of evolved to splash some blue in over here, so it's a really sweet brew. Anyway, let's get into the breakdown, but before I do, I want to give you guys a reminder to hit that subscribe button. Okay, so on the low end of things, we have a one-drop Deathtouch creature. I'm running 2 copies of this. This is just for some early game play. We have 1 copy of Kaya's Ghost Form. I figured sometimes, you know, Kaya's Ghost Form works really well with Liliana. Once you get her down, she's a biggin, you know. You want to be able to keep her around as long as possible. Then we have a bunch of removal in this deck. I'm running 3 copies of Status Statue, 2 Cast Downs, 2 Direfleet Poisoners, 2 Liliana Triumphs. This is actually a really cool card because this can help me get rid of some hexproof stuff, such as, let's say, Carnage Tyrant, if it's the only thing on the field. We have 1 Orzhov Enforcer. I really like Orzhov Enforcer. In fact, if I had more copies, I'd probably drop the Hired Poisoners, so I'm just giving you guys a heads up. If you want to try this brew out and you're thinking about copying my list over here, I would tell you right now, I'd say drop the Hired Poisoners, go straight for the Orzhov Enforcers. We have 2 Assassin's Trophy. Now, Assassin's Trophy is some great removal. However, it does, I find, bite you in the ass in a good portion of the times. If you're going up against control decks, Assassin's Trophy is not the removal of choice. The more lands control decks have, especially earlier game, it's quite a problem. So Assassin's Trophy, I mean, I'm on the fence. If you guys think Assassin's Trophy is good removal, do me a favor, throw a comment below. I'm curious to see what you guys' thoughts are on Assassin's Trophy. I don't see many people play it. I typically play it if I'm in the Golgari colors. I'm still on the fence with it. Yeah, well, a cool fun fact with Assassin's Trophy, though, it works out amazingly against gate decks because gate decks typically only run, you know, they run special lands. So if you Assassin's Trophy one of their lands, they can't fetch a basic land because you have no basic lands in the deck. Anyway, this is just my little snippet on Assassin's Trophy. Then we have 3 Leyline Prowlers. Now, Leyline Prowler is a really cool card that was dropped with the War of the Spark expansion. I like it. Okay, so for 3 mana, it's a 2/3 body. I mean, whatever, it's average, I would say, nothing great. It has Deathtouch, so it fits my Deathtouch theme. It has Lifelink, so it's really great against aggro decks, and I can use it for ramping. And it's not just add either a green mana or a black mana, it's add mana of any color. So this could really help me tease out something I need earlier in the game. But also, me adding mana of any color is really important for me to fix into my Night Veil Predator. Because as I said before, I mean, when I go for 3 colors, and it's not like a splash of a color over here, you need 2 blue mana. So it's sometimes rough. Sometimes you'll be sitting in your hand and you won't be able to play, which is a real shame. So with Leyline Prowler, you have another opportunity to get it down on the field. Then we have 2 copies of Okran Assassin. This is a really cool card. For a 3-drop 1/1, that's, you know, it's easily to be removed, but it really catches its stride, especially if it gets 1/1 counters, you know, with Vraska's passive ability. Basically, all creatures all creatures able to block Oaken Assassin do so. So essentially, you're going to be killing something so long as their stuff isn't tapped. And you get to choose, obviously, how your damage is assigned as the attacker, so you could choose where this goes. Then we have 4 copies of Ravenous Chupacabra for some removal. We have 1 copy of Deadeye Brawler. I figured while I was splashing in blue, Deadeye Brawler would be a great card. He has Deathtouch, and his Ascend ability is, if you have the City's Blessing, whenever you deal combat damage to a player, and let's be real, people are reluctant to block out creatures with Deathtouch because you don't want to lose their stuff. You draw a card, which is great for card draw. Then we have 4 copies of Night Veil Predator. This is where it's at. Night Veil Predator with Vraska Swarm's Eminence. This is what I'm aiming for throughout this game. This is my ultimate goal when I'm playing this deck. When you get Night Veil Predator down, he has Flying, Deathtouch, and Hexproof. So he's hard to remove. He fits the Deathtouch theme, so he's getting 1/1 counters if we have Vraska Swarm's Eminence down. And he has Flying, so he's hard to block out. So he's just going to be popping up, you know? He's just going to go great. And this happened a time or two when I was trial running this deck. You have Night Veil Predator down, say, as a 5/5 or whatever, because you built him up, and then you throw down a God Eternal Rhonas and you swing in for 10 into the face. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Then we have 3 copies of Vraska Swarm Eminence. As I said at the beginning of this deck tech, this is the main backbone and the main theme of this deck. Basically, what she does over here for 4 mana is whenever a creature with Deathtouch deals damage to either a Planeswalker or an opponent, the Deathtouch creature gets a 1/1 counter on it, which is great. Then you have her minus ability, where you create a 1/1 black assassin creature token that has Deathtouch. And whenever you deal damage to a Planeswalker, it kills that Planeswalker. So this is a great way to get rid of some Planeswalkers. Typically, you're just creating another 1/1 body with Deathtouch that you want to swing it into the face, get those 1/1 counters going, and really just build up on those Deathtouch creatures. Then we have God Eternal Rhonas. This is also somewhat of an MVP in this deck. For 5 mana, it's a 5/5 body with Deathtouch. So Deathtouch, once again, working out very well with the Vraska Swarm's Eminence. Also, he's hard to remove because if he's exiled or destroyed, I could always just shuffle him back to the third card from the top of my deck. So we can see some great recurrence with God Eternal Rhonas. And in fact, sometimes you want him to die out because you want to be able to draw him again to pop it back on the field and give all your stuff the doubling of their power. Then we have Liliana Dreadhorde General. This is the top end of the deck. I figured him running black, Liliana would work out perfectly. And we got 3 islands, 5 swamps, 3 forests, a bunch of dual lands such as Drowned Catacombs, Watery Graves, Overgrown Tombs, Woodland Cemeteries, and Hinterland Harbors. So guys, this is a touch of death. Let's go into round 1. Okay, touch of death, boys. Okay, so I don't have any early plays, but I do have the mana base. I think I'm going to roll with it. We'll see how this goes. This deck is still rather fresh for me. I put it together this morning, and still learning how best to play it. Okay, so against mono blue, I don't think I will do well. I could go so far as to say I'm pretty sure I'm going to lose. Because, yeah, we all know how this works. He's going to counter everything I'm doing. He's going to put on card draws onto him with Curious Obsessions. Teferi's Time Twist. Okay, so he just gave him a +1/1 counter. It's an interesting way to play Teferi's Time Twist, though. But this works out for me right now. I'm going to take this opportunity to cast it down. And we'll just roll into Oaken Assassin. He shouldn't have Teferi Time Twist that. Or I guess maybe he didn't have any counter spells. Okay, wow. Okay, so we're really fixing our mana very nicely right now. In fact, erase your counter spell. Works out perfectly for me. If I'm able to resolve the Night Veil Predator, I think we're going to be in a very sweet spot. So he actually may be holding on. What is this? Jace Protection. Whenever you draw a card, put 1 counter on Jace Protection. Okay, no, just... Oh, wow. Okay, so guys, Night Veil Predator resolved. So we're pretty sweet right now because I'm going to go try to do a statue on him. He's going to be reluctant to attack me. Oh, so this is a proliferation deck. Very interesting. So that's why he's running Teferi's Time Twist. He wants to get those 1/1 counters on Interesting indeed. So anyway, I'm just going to roll into statue. And if I could just pull off a Vraska right about now, I think we'll be in a lovely place. Because we could get Vraska. Yeah, I'm actually going to remove this ASAP. I don't want this to get in my way. Interesting. I haven't seen such a deck be played yet. Oh, this is great, because if we top deck ourselves a Liliana, we're also ready to roll. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to swing in with my Night Veil Predator. Okay, so he clearly has something to play. Interesting. He may do a Teferi's Time Twist again. Blink of an eye. You know what? I think I'll just get rid of it. Do I need to? No. Will I? Absolutely. Okay. So if either I top deck a Liliana right now or a Vraska, anyone will do, I'll be very happy. Okay. Don't like the looks of that. I'm going to get rid of that right now. He's going to have to draw a card. Like, this is a shame. Okay, so at least he finds his land first. Actually, I wish he would have went into the deck first, because him finding a land would have made him shuffle it. Okay, anyway, I'm just going to swing right now with... this is going to be nice. So my Night Veil Predator is about to get a boosting. A 6 with Vigilance. And that was quite devastating. So right now, we just need to roll into any of our Planeswalkers, and we'll be great. Okay, it seems like we're just pulling lands at this point. I think we have this match anyway. Yeah, that's rough on him. He doesn't even get the Kefnet to next turn. Terramander, okay, so he could block. Okay, so I guess he buys himself another turn. Actually, he may be able to... Oh, okay. Guys, it's happened. It's happened. No! No! Okay. Well, anyway, he quit. I guess he saw what was going on. Okay, so that worked out pretty well. I was actually assured I was going to lose that one. But then again, it wasn't mono blue tempo. So it was some other proliferation scheme type of deck that I have not seen. From the looks of it, it doesn't look too effective, though. Okay, so I'm going to keep this because I go first, and I'm potentially going to roll into the Leyline Prowler. So, and this also gives me a mana source. I have some removal. Yeah, you know what? I'm definitely going to keep this. I'm actually going to shock this in and get down the Hired Poisoner down turn 1. Yeah, I think that was the best way to play it. Okay, so I was kind of hoping to draw land, and I'm still hoping for a land next turn. If I get a land next turn, then I'll be very happy. Yes, okay. So I think we're finding ourselves in a pretty sweet spot. If I could even draw another land next turn, then we're going to already start getting boosted up over here. Okay, so... all right, well, I guess we're going to miss out on one strike with the Leyline Prowler, but at least our Hired Poisoner is going to start getting boosted. So we're in a pretty sweet spot. We have removal if the opponent throws some stuff down. If they don't, I'm going to go for the Orc. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so he's holding me off. Fine. That's fine. So what I'm going to do is I won't be able... Actually... You know what? I think I will swing in. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to create another one of these assassins. They may be playing Planeswalkers, but I don't need these to be too strong. Let's go for it like that. So this is going to cost me 2. I'm going to tap for whatever. And now he's going to get boosted. And then next turn, I could remove if I need to remove with Assassin's Trophy, I could do that. Hopefully I'll draw into another black source of mana, and whatever he throws down, I'll just Chupacabra. I'm pretty sure he's playing Planeswalkers, I think, or not. So why is that? Because, interesting. Whatever. We're just gonna come at him like this. We're gonna remove him like such, and then we're gonna swing in. So we're probably gonna get this attack off. I don't think he's gonna want to block because he's gonna want to fly. Okay, I guess not. I figured he's gonna want to try to fly overhead and remove the threat of Vraska. See, now they're still getting boosted. This is just beautiful, boys. Absolutely beautiful. Oh shit. Kaya's wrath has come to bite me in the butt. But we are one away from Liliana, which is nice. Basilica Bellhaunt. I'll discard this. Let's hope I could roll in. Ooh. I mean, I suppose. The thing is, he had to block anyway, so him getting doubled up didn't really matter. The Basilica Bellhaunt's going to get removed. At least now we have Rhonas down, because with Rhonas down, he's very hard to remove, and even if he is removed, I could always recur him. And then Vraska with God Eternal Rhonas is just beautiful. Okay, so let's hope he doesn't have another Basilica Bellhaunt, because I would really love to get down the Dreadhorde General. Come on. Just let me get the Dreadhorde General down. We'll be good. What is this? That deals 2 damage to you. Oh. Okay. It's going to get boosted, which is nice. I'm actually not going to play the Poisoner, or if I'm going to play the Poisoner, I'm going to play at instant speed, because if he does have another Bellhaunt, I would rather discard this, because I want to fly off over here with the Dreadhorde General. Okay. Well, Vraska was just removed, but big deal. We still have a pretty powerful Rhonas on the field. Another one of those. Okay. It deals 2 damage to each opponent and you gain 2 life. Not too worried. Okay, we're really slow over here on our Liliana. We just shorted out on our mana. But this is great. He's going to be forced to block out this coming turn. Yes, I'm pretty sure he's going to be forced to block out. Okay, yeah, okay, so we're about to see another Kaya's Wrath. Mortify. All right. I'll just put that back. Okay. The time has come. I'm going to swing in for an attack. Then I'm going to sacrifice. Beautiful. So I just removed his stuff. I drew a card over here. We're also going to get the Rhonas coming on. I mean, I suppose he'll be able to remove the Dreadhorde General if he needs to. Yeah, absolutely. Let's just hope it's not a Eldest Reborn. Otherwise, I'm going to get Ill-Gotten Inheritance. You're not going to win off of Ill-Gotten Inheritance. Not today, my friend. Not today at all. Okay, so we just got a Kaya's Ghost Form on our Liliana, as I talked about in the deck tech. Once that happens, it's great because it's hard to get rid of her. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I guess he could Kaya's Wrath again or do any of that type of stuff, but I have Liliana on the field. No matter what he does to Liliana, it's going to recur itself. So I think the thing to be wary of right now is the Settle the Wreckage. At least when Rhonas gets exiled, I still get to shuffle him back. So maybe I'll just, whatever. I'll just swing in with everything I have. Another Grasping Throw. Yeah, I think we're good. Just going to swing in. He's going to be forced to block out something. Okay, wait. This is his 3rd copy of the Throw. 3rd copy of the Throw. I have to be careful because... Wait a second. Oh, wow. No, actually... Here's the thing. If he has another copy of Thrall in hand, I'm in trouble because he's going to win. Because he'll be able to fly overhead and then just cast another one. Or if I attack with 1, I could bluff it. Oh, I don't have any cards in hand even. Okay, whatever. We're gonna just have to roll through like this and see what he does. Yeah, we may be one we may be 1 life point short. Or at least I draw. Yes. Okay. The gods have favored us on this fine day. Oh shit. No! No! I misplayed. Actually, the bigger threat was the ill-gotten inheritance. Oh, did he not realize what he just did? He could have won. I guess he still can win. The next turn. Oh. Okay, so he had that game won last turn. I don't know if he realized. Whatever. We're gonna have to. Let's hope he doesn't realize again. If he doesn't realize that he could go ahead and pop it. Yeah, he realized. That was a misplay on my behalf. Massive misplay. Definitely disappointed. That match should have been mine. Okay, so I got cocky. I hereby affirm to myself that I don't get cocky when I feel like I have the board state. All right, okay. I'm definitely gonna keep this. We have blue mana, so this makes me happy knowing that I could roll into a Night Veil Predator without issue. Start off like this. Overgrown Tomb. I go for the water. You know what? Blue and I pay the 2 life. Just in case I want to get removing of this or whatever he throws down next. So I could afford to get his damage just once. Yeah, I could definitely afford that. Wow, I'm getting nothing but my dual lands. So I don't want to have to shock myself if I don't have to. If he attacks, I know he could boost us. Because first strike against Deathtouch. Oh, he's actually probably just going to... Or Mortify. Knight's Pledge, okay. So I'm going to let that hit this time, and then I'm going to remove it with Assassin's Trophy. Yeah, the reason being is that, interesting fun fact, if an opponent has first strike and you have Deathtouch, you actually don't kill him out with the Deathtouch because you actually never touch him because he touched you first. So you have to be careful with that. I know I made that mistake a time or two, so it's something to bear in mind. Oh, I hope he doesn't have any more board wipes like Kaya's Wrath and stuff. If Vraska's Contempt. I'm totally fine with him wasting a Vraska's Contempt on a Leyline Prowler. I'm actually going to throw down the Deadeye Brawler first because maybe I'll be able to get the City's Blessing. Now with the City's Blessing, I'll draw a card off this. Murder. Okay, I'm totally fine. You keep on wasting your stuff. I have a Night Veil Predator coming your way anyway. Beautiful. Okay, make him waste that. I'll just roll in for my Leyline Prowler. I think we're at a very sweet spot. We have card advantage. I mean, okay, so he did that again. But at least I'm going to keep him in line with that. Oh, you know what? I think I'm going to say no to that again. And I'll swing in for an attack. Yeah, I want to gain some life right now. I could have teased out the Orzhov Enforcer, but whatever. Yes. Yes. Vraska, the Swarm's Eminence. Let's do this. Okay, so now our Leyline Prowler is going to start getting boosted. I'm actually going to swing in with God Eternal next. Not swing, I'm going to cast it God Eternal. Wait, let me think. Give me a second. Okay, so he just boosted that. What does that mean for me? That means that means for me that I'm actually going to go ahead and do the Night Veil Predator. Because I want to be able to go overhead. At least have plenty of stuff to block out right now. Although he will have the advantage because he has first strike. So I guess if he attacks, which he probably won't because he doesn't want to leave himself open for me to swing in on him. But if he does, that's game over because with God Eternal Rhonas, we're going to jack everything up and we're going to really hit him for quite a bit of damage. History of Benelia, not worried about that really. Let's see if he will attack. He probably won't attack. It probably is not smart for him to attack. Although, if this is... Oh, yes. Okay. Really, really, really happy with what just happened. I'm going to be swinging in with everything shy of 1. So he can't settle the wreckage, which is important. So I'm going to leave just the Orzhov Enforcer behind in case he doesn't choose to block out, which, by the way, he probably should block out because everything's going to get jacked up. Okay, so he made a mistake because I'm always going to block out this Orzhov Enforcer, kill him, gain another creature with the Afterlife. I win regardless now because the God Eternal and the Night Veil Predator, he can't do anything about the Night Veil Predator, and this is just going to get jacked up to an 8. All right, so it worked out beautifully. Absolutely beautiful. We had the Vraska down, we have the Night Veil Predator down, we got the God Eternal for the jacked up, and we're going to swing in, we're going to swing to home. You can remove it, I don't care. And that's game, boys. Good game, man. Ooh, oh my God. If he has to settle the wreckage, so help me God. That would be, okay, beautiful. Okay. All right. So I'm definitely happy with the outcome of this deck. It's pretty sweet. You do want a bit more early play games. That's why you want this Afterlife Deathtouch creature over here. I forgot his name. What's his name again? You want Orzhov Enforcer. If you get 2 more copies of Orzhov Enforcer in here, switch out the Hard Poisoner. It's a better play. Anyway, this is a Touch of Death, my Vraska Swarms Eminence Deathtouch deck. If you enjoy it, drop a like. If you have anything to say on the deck, if you figure you have a way to improve upon this deck, drop it in the comments below. And I hope you enjoyed. Have a great day.